put your thanks in Thanksgiving? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. And welcome to Coffee with Ken. We're doing a little bit early because we know y'all are going to be enjoying your turkey and your stuffing and your pie.
And all the good stuff
Yes.
that comes with
Stuffing your pie
Thanksgiving.
hole
That's
on
right.
Thanksgiving. So we're here to a little early for Coffee with Ken. And that's what we want to talk about because we have a whole day of it, but do we really give thanks in Thanksgiving? And so I'm here with Ken Brown, CEO of Destiny Global, and Butch McCracken, General Manager here at Destiny Global, and I am Coach and Coach Trainer here at Destiny Global, Dr. April Brown. And so tell me about that. You had said something pretty profound about complaining, because the opposite of gratitude would probably be complaining.
Well, there's some very good teachings that have been around for a long time, right? It all started in the Good Book, the greatest book ever written, but it's been modified and refined a bit by a man named Zig Ziglar. And he says several different things, but this one really caught me early on in my career. Your attitude will determine your altitude, not your aptitude. Think about that for a minute. So your attitude, someone that is willing to learn and do and try versus someone that is unteachable. And it really goes back to, a heart of thanksgiving about what you're grateful for, right? But it's really gratefulness at its core, right? Are you grateful for things? Are you appreciative of what you have? Are you constantly striving for something to do more, to be more, and not appreciating where you're at in the process? And that's so important, so important, because if we're not happy, because that is a state of mind.
Yeah.
You have to decide. It's a decision you have to make. But when you don't do that, the opposite of thankfulness is unthankfulness, which is grumbling and complaining. And we do not,
Mumbling under your breath.
oh my goodness. And complaining is a chronic thing that can bring so many things. It makes you and the people around you miserable. So we want to have a heart of thanksgiving, an attitude of gratitude.
Yes.
Yes, and I actually heard this really hit me because if you really thought about, if you had today the things that you were thankful for yesterday, what would you have? Like if you got the things taken away from you that you weren't grateful for yesterday, and especially if you were complaining about them, and you got that taken away because you weren't grateful for it, what would you have left?
It's so interesting you say that, because it wasn't that long ago that we had such a wicked winter, and coming to appreciate heat and hot and water in general, but hot water.
And you don't think about.
You don't think about that until you don't have it, and then the very basic things of life become so valuable. I remember you coming over to the house and getting firewood because it was like 41 degrees in the house. You could breathe, and Butch was like, he was smoking when he would talk, right? His breath was freezing. It was so cold in the house, and you came and got firewood, and you made the best of the situation.
You know, and you can be grateful in any circumstance, big or small. It's funny you say about heat. So this morning when I woke up to do my quiet time, I'm sitting in the little living room, and it's cold out now in Texas, to us anyway, right?
Relative.
And at the end of my quiet time, I said, "Oh, and Father, thank you for heat. Thank you for shelter. That I'm sitting in here with a blanket, cup of coffee, and it's freezing out there. And there's people that are struggling, whether they don't have heat, whether they're homeless. And I'm sitting here in comfort, right? You can just, hey, thanks."
You're actually in Kerrville. We're in comfort.
Aha, she's got you. We live in
is
comfort.
true.
That is true. Literally live in comfort.
Yeah.
This is true. Absolutely. Isn't that funny? That's
Yeah,
good.
thank you.
But I believe that in all things, big and small, you can be grateful for.
So true.
Driving down from my house, from the top of the hill, down that big hill, the way the sun comes up over, it reminds me of the African plain every time I do it. Every morning when I drive, I hit that, and I go, Father, thank you for that kiss from heaven, for the warmth that that sun gives me. And then just keep driving on.
Yeah.
But it just changes your mindset, you know? Whatever you're in, just take a moment and say thanks.
So good.
Yeah. So, what are some things that we're thankful for this year? Okay.
Well, I am so thankful that Danny and Hans made a huge decision to allow and trust you and I with this company in Destiny Global, and really being able to carry on the mission and the purpose. And I'm so thankful for that. But I'm even more thankful of that is not the company, it's the community that comes with it. It's you. And I am so thankful for each and every one of you and your belief, your desire to continue to improve. If this is your first time joining, welcome. You're welcome to the community, right? We do not push anyone away. We welcome you. We will push you to do better in your life, right? But it's a place of open arms and open hearts, and I absolutely love what I get to do.
That's awesome.
Attitude of gratitude.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes. So, what are you grateful for this year?
You know, as I'm sitting here thinking, I always love when the first thing hits your mind, that's your heart, and it's health, right? Think about 2021,
yes.
what that was
I've
like
been
for
very grateful this year.
like all of us, my family, your family, the millions of people out there, and realizing
So
like
true.
2022 has been a year of health. You too, look at that. My family, different things going on and successes happening. You know, sometimes we take that health for granted, but I think this year was the year that we all said no more. Nope, we've got health, and we're going to continue that into 2023.
Right.
Yes, that is probably my biggest thing this last year, and getting these last 6 months to get our health in order. But I'm super grateful for my family and my husband and for my kids and just where they're at and what God has done this year. He's done a lot in our family and with our kids. So I'm so grateful for that. I'm like Ken, so grateful for each one that has come alongside of us and has, this has been something that this past couple of years, but especially this last year of stepping fully into it, that has been, it's not knowing, it's the unknown. And there have been things that definitely, you could have gone and done a lot of other different things, but to be here and to really be doing and pouring, it's so fulfilling. And I'm so grateful for that, to be able to work together and to do something that is changing lives and transforming lives.
Truly changing.
I'm so grateful for that because that is it's so fulfilling and satisfying. And it's hard, it can be hard, but it's also just so fulfilling to see people's lives change. Like every event and everything that we do of coaching and seeing it in our coaches, or what they're doing. I'm grateful for our coaches and these last couple of years of putting together a Hope Coaching program that continues to just grow. There's so many things to be grateful for.
No,
it's
it's
hard
true.
to just pick one
It's
or
true.
two.
Grateful for our staff and grateful for Jackie and Carmen and just they were pouring in and even the health journey that went on with Carmen. And thank you guys. They're in Hotlanta. Of course, it's Colanta now, but and just what the future holds. This is 2023 is going to be a remarkable year in so many ways because we've already laid the groundwork for it. And we know what it takes to be successful, and the groundwork is being laid, and I'm just so thankful for that. So.
And we're
Lots of
so
fun.
grateful for those who join us every single week.
Yes.
And we're not here
Yes.
by
Yes.
ourselves, just sitting here in the that we see you. We see your comments every week. We definitely see those comments, and it spurs us on. So thank you for being here, and always, and those who are joining us every single week, and those new that keep coming and joining us. We so appreciate you and are thankful for you.
Butch has his own fan club, so we found
I
out.
know, when he's
So-
not here, we get
Yeah,
where's Butch?
we had so we had a gentleman come over that actually is from. He runs an orphanage in Africa. Tom, and hi Tom, because we know you're watching. Tom let us know that he actually plays Coffee with Ken in the orphanage to over 500 children every week, and
So
you know.
hi.
Hi Tom. So and kids, good
Yeah,
to
hi,
see you.
kids.
And when he comes in the door of the office to meet with us, he comes in and he goes, "It's Butch from Coffee with Ken," and here he is, live and in person.
And I'll give you that $50 for that later.
That's awesome. So
Thank you.
anyway, so yeah, we're so thankful for you. We're so thankful for this year, and we're also thankful that we get to continue to help people and continue
Yes.
to have events. And we have an event coming up. Yep, it's Thanksgiving, but we still want to offer an event and tell you about it because we know that it's so important to start off 2023 right. And so if you want to start 2023 on the right foot, you have goals, you have things you want to achieve,
Yes.
but every year you keep going back to the same thing. Midway of January, you made all your New Year's resolutions, and
We
About
know what they do.
mid-February,
Yeah,
they
but
slide off the
they're-
table,
Yeah.
right?
sometimes second week in January, you start like
Good
and you're like,
intentions,
well,
and that's
it's
it.
out the window. And so you need accountability. You want a community that is
Mm-hmm.
pulling for you, that believes in you, that gives you skills to not just make that vision and those goals, but how to actually achieve them.
So true.
We
So
have an
true.
event coming up January 27th through 29th. It's
Mm-hmm.
called First Steps to Success. It's in San Antonio. We want you there.
Yes, we
So you
do.
can start
Yes.
2023. We can all join together to start 2023 off in an amazing, on the right foot, moving towards our goals and our vision and the life that we want. So we invite you. Information is down below, and we want you to join us every week. Join us
Yes.
next week.
Yes.
And with Coffee with Ken, share, do all the things.
Yes.
And be sure that you like the Destiny Global page so you can get those notifications every week as well. And we want to see y'all next week. Thank y'all for joining us, and happy Thanksgiving. Bye.
See you, gang.
Bye-bye.